Book 1, Stage 1, Lesson 9. Asking, answering. Asking, answering. What's this? What's this?
It's a pen.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Now, what's this? What's this?
It's a book.
Perfect. What am I doing? What am I doing?
You're asking me a question.
Okay. Now, okay, what's this? What's this?
It's a pen.
Now I'm asking you a question and you're answering my question. Okay, I'm asking you a question and you're answering my question. Now what's this? What's this?
It's a hand.
Yes. Now, am I asking you a question? Am I asking you a question?
Yes, you're asking me a question.
Now, what's this? What's this?
It's a head.
Perfect. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm answering your question.
Now, what's this? What's this?
It's a lips, mouth?
Mouth. It's a mouth. Now, are you answering my question? Are you answering my question?
Yes, I'm answering your question.
Now, okay, to have contractions. Okay, to have contractions. I have. You have. He has. She has. It has. We have. You have. They have. Now again. I have. You have. He has. She has. It has. We have. You have. They have. The verb to have means tener, and we say I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, you have, they have. Now the verb to have means tener, and we say I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, you have, they have. The contraction of I have is I've. Okay, the contraction of you have is you've. The contraction of he has is he's, etc., etc.
Okay.
Now, what's the meaning of the verb to have? What's the meaning of the verb to have?
The meaning of the verb to have is tener.
Perfect. Now, what's the contraction of I have, you have, etc., etc.? What's the contraction of I have, you have, etc.?
I've, you've, etc.
Okay. Have I two eyes? Have I two eyes?
Yes, you've two eyes.
Have you two ears? Have you two ears?
Yes, I two ears.
Now, have I two legs? Have I two legs?
Yes, you've two legs.
Now, have you two hands? Have you two hands?
Yes, I've two hands.
Now, okay, has he one head? Has he one head?
Yes, he's one head.
Yes. He.
He's one head. Yes, sorry.
Now, have they two arms? Sorry, four arms. Have they four arms?
Yes, they've four arms.
Now, have they two mouths? Have they two mouths?
Yes, they've two mouths.
Okay, perfect. Now, students, read lesson 6 on page 35. Okay. Now, for this. Okay. Any is non-specific. Okay. How many is specific. Anybody is non-specific. Who is specific. And anything is non-specific. And finally, what is specific. Okay. Now, non-specific, interrogative, negative, positive. For example, okay, now you've learned 250 words. Okay, when? Non-specific, interrogative, negative, positive, for example, and when. Now, Any is non-specific. How many is specific. Anybody is non-specific. Who is specific. Anything is non-specific. And what is specific. Now, okay, any and some. Okay, any and some mean alguno, algunos. But we use any for the interrogative and negative, and some for the positive. Okay. Any and some mean alguno, algunos, but we say any for the interrogative, and negative, and some for the positive. Okay. For example, we say, are there any books on the table? We say, are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some books on the table. Yes, there are some books on the table. Are there any books on the floor? Are there any books on the floor? No, there aren't any books on the floor. No, there aren't any books on the floor. Now, any we use in a non-specific question. Any we use in a non-specific question, whilst how many is specific and has a specific answer. 13, 14, 20, etc. or none. Whilst how many is specific and has a specific answer. 13, 14, 20, etc. or none. And when the question is any, the answer is yes, some, or no, not any. Okay. When the question is any, the answer is yes, some, or no, not any. Finally, when the question is how many, we answer 2, 3, etc. or none. When the question is how many, the answer is 2, 3, etc. or none. Now, what is the meaning of the words any and some? What is the meaning of the words any and some?
The meaning of the words any and some is alguno, algunos.
Okay. What's the difference between any and some? What's the difference between any and some?
The difference between any and some is that we use any in interrogative and negative sentences, whilst we use some in positive sentences.
Perfect. Now, any. Okay, any. Are there any books on this table? Are there any books on this table?
Yes, there are some books on this table.
Now, are there any pictures on these walls? Are there any pictures on these walls?
Yes, there are some pictures on these walls.
Now, have you any shoes on your feet? Have you any shoes on your feet?
Yes, I have some shoes on my feet.
Perfect. Now, not any. Okay, not any. Are there any books on the floor? Are there any books on the floor?
No, there aren't any books on the floor.
Are there any pictures on this chair? Are there any pictures on this chair?
No, there aren't any pictures on this chair.
Perfect. Are there any chairs on the table? Are there any chairs on the table?
No, there aren't any chairs on the table.
Okay, none, class, classroom. None, class, classroom. How many books are there on the table? How many books are there on the table?
There are 2 books on the table.
Now, how many books are there on the floor? How many books are there on the floor?
There are none.
Okay. How many pictures are there on these walls? How many pictures are there on these walls?
There are 3 pictures on these walls.
Now, how many pictures are there on this chair? How many pictures are there on this chair?
There are none.
Yeah.
There are none.
How many pupils are there in this classroom? How many pupils are there in this classroom?
There is 1 pupil in this classroom.
Perfect. Now, how many pupils are there sitting on the floor? How many pupils are there sitting on the floor?
There are none.
There are none. Perfect. So, end of lesson 9.